Hello everyone, welcome back to Stonehearth BANTO. We're back in our new town, New Bantonia, and today we're gonna continue building, exploring, upgrading and improving our town. So let's first check out what are we missing in this one. We're missing some decorative rugs, so let's see if we can get a weaver to get up to the top. But to do those we only need to get some spool of thread, which should be really easy for us to get. We just have to get it pretty much. Daily update, don't beat it at the moment. Another thing, by the way, there has been some new updates to Ace mod and a few other mods, so there are some changes. There are some changes to planters, as I suggested for Ace team, like could maybe have so these can be set up in a way that you can define how you want them to work yourself, if it's like a decorative planter or not. But go to gameplay, you can go down to this one. You can customize what settings you want for each and every one of these. So I think that's pretty cool. Wild game, okay, cool. Okay, yeah, let's go track down some of these. Can level up our hunter, which is gonna be good. And I think our soldiers are doing fairly good. I was actually considering maybe we could do like a blacksmith building. That would be nice. I'm just not entirely sure where I want to place it at the moment. Level 5, awesome. So we could kind of design the house in a place that we are maybe not gonna have it, but just, you know, put it out for now. Oh, there's some bees here as well, scaring a bockery. Yeah, we have a lot of bees. I wonder if we need to put these further away, or maybe I just need some more protection. We can look into that. But what I was about to do was gonna click this thing. So we have this town square, and I don't think all of them has to be this wide. So I was thinking that perhaps we could take this, I think it's this one, and maybe make a new version of this. So I was thinking like make it not as wide, so we remove essentially maybe this amount. And then we can save it again. Let's name this. And then if we want to have some custom design visuals around, we can do that later on. But the idea is like, now I can take this, and we can plan out a little bit of potentially how we want things to be positioned. So it would make sense in a way to have the blacksmith fairly close to the source, which would be the mountain, but we're not always maybe going to be mining, because eventually, you know, we might be just buying stuff from merchants like these ones. We can have a look actually, they might sell some good stuff. Some coal, why not? Wanna buy tools? I guess we can buy some, we can just grab some new ones. But let's play around with the idea that we maybe will have the blacksmith over here, right? So let's create a new building. And this is gonna be like a decent sized building, honestly. I feel like the blacksmith is a very, very fun house to build. So the way I want to have it is that I want to elevate this up a bit, potentially even further depending on how I want this to be. Let's go up even a little bit more. Then what I want to try to do is I hear some big creatures next to us, so we might have to check them out, but maybe we can carve out a little bit if we do it this way, right? Or maybe that's just the thunder. Yeah, we do have distant storms, so that could be it. So we can carve out like this. Let's give this a try, see if you like it or not. Sometimes you just gotta try stuff to know if you like it, right? Go on this side as well. There we go. And we want to be able to go up here as well. So I'm thinking that we will go up maybe along this side. And I think it's fine if you have it over the road, shouldn't be an issue. We have to go up step by step like this. And we can have like an extra platform kind of like that. Remove this one. Could be good. And what we can do now as well, if we want to be able to like be down here, we can this, or actually we need to have it Yeah, we don't have to make the entire wall. If you go like that, that is like a safe area to go all the way down pretty much. So that way if you want we can have some storage down here, we can have some crates and stuff like that. That should be good. And then the idea is that we remove this one layer and we use the room tool like this. And I think we should probably have some similar style to the other houses, but I think the roofing potential will be a little bit different. It's definitely gonna look a little bit different, the shapes and stuff like that. So let's start coloring this first, all the way around. This can actually be stone if you want to, but I think this is fine. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna add in the details. Usually I don't do it this early, but I'm just gonna do it this early this time. Something like that, perhaps. So it is a pretty big building, and where will they be working? I was thinking at the side, but honestly looking at it, I'm kind of considering having it out here. Someone approach wearing a comfy coat and a very long cap. Oh, Tomty says someone's finally here. So this is the Christmas quest. I guess we could do them, but honestly I'm thinking of skipping them. We're gonna do that because it's not Christmas, so sadly I'm gonna skip it. But I forgot to remove this thing, so I can still do it. But it's a really cool one, and it's like an event for the Christmas. But we're gonna skip it this time. We got enough stuff to do anyway, right? We still need some animal fodder as well. And before I forget it, we were supposed to get an shepherd. Did we do that? No. So at level 2 I think I was gonna do Rex to be a shepherd, right? We need to be a level 2 trapper for that, and that's soon achieved, so that's great. So I'm thinking then that the blacksmith will be able to go out down here. So I might cover that up, just because potentially it will be a little bit easier for them to build that way, right? So I'm thinking something like that. Maybe they go down here. And in this case, I guess we can cover that up as well. Fabulous unlocked new flowers, awesome. And that's great. Okay, so the idea is that this is like the work area. And I wonder, we can look under this, right? Awesome. So what we have to remember that we only have 2 in height here. So it's not really optimal for going down. So for that reason I'm doing this. And what we do instead is like we make a flooring with road tool. And crazy pigs in the background. I think they're probably stuck in a trap or something, right? Yeah, they are. But yeah, back to this one. Now should be able to go down there. And where do we want to go down? So I'm imagining like we have this blacksmith. The blacksmith is both a shop, it's a place of working, it's a place of living. So the blacksmith lives, works and sells here. So it's like a circle of operation. I'll do that on this side maybe. That. So we need to be able to go downstairs, and I'm going to change the flooring. Maybe that one should be good. The question is, where do we want to go down? I'm kind of thinking that maybe near the one over here. Maybe we go down like this. And I think that is fine. Let's see. Yeah, that should be fine, yeah. We need to have 3 in height for Hearthlings to be able to go under, so that should work great. Awesome. So let's not do too much there for now, maybe. And wild game sighted again. Awesome. Okay, let's go hunt some. There we go. And let's see the blacksmith before we continue. We have some stuff queued up. Bronze ingot. We're missing some tin still. Apple level 2, then we can become a shepherd. Awesome. So let's promote. And then we should probably set up like a little field for the shepherd, so we can start to get some animals, right? Then we can get moo-moos, then we can get milk, then we can get cheese and sour cream and whatever we need to get, we can get it, and some good food as well. So let's go into, before we continue, to animal pasture. And in the beginning we can only have, I think it's chickens maybe? Potential bunnies, might be level 2. Where do we want to have them at the start? I think we're just going to give them like a temporary location, so I'm going to give them a nice view by the water for now. Maybe a little bit of distance away. And where they fish, like that maybe. So my understanding is that the more you have, the faster it produces as well. Select strays, harvest renewable. So, which means in this case we're gonna be picking eggs, and I don't think we pick feathers. That would feel wrong to just go to chicken, take some feathers. Maybe if they drop them, of course, but not like go and take it. That would be rude, I would say. And we can also fence it in. I don't think we have to do it. I could be wrong, but I don't think you actually have to have a fence. It is just a good way, pretty much. It does say here though, collect any stray animals that wander out of the pasture and return them to it. So technically they probably can go out. So even though this might be a temporary location, it might potentially be a good idea to cover this up actually. Let's do that. I think something like that. And this should be correct, I think. Now we'll plop down a little gate over there. There we go. And hopefully no one is gonna like fly out to the water and swim away like this little duck, right? Ryan, nice. Level 2 footman. That means you can become an archer, I think. Ah, level 3, okay. There's so much stuff going on in Stonehearth. I really like it because the more things you have to do in a game like this, the less you will be using the speed up button. And even though you progress a lot when using the speed up button, it feels like kind of loses the charm a little bit because everything else feels sped up, right? I have sped up the game a lot when I played Stonehearth, but I feel like when you play these kinds of games on normal speed, that's the best feel. So I think if the blacksmith should be working down here, I think we should also have some stone here maybe, so we don't burn the place up. So I'm thinking something like that, and then I will use some thick poles going up maybe, like this. And then I'm actually going to use the same roof, and then later on we can decide if we want to have the same or not. So I'm going to do 3 at a time like this. Maybe not a very aggressive slope in this. And then we just do 1 more. So then we will see if we like it or not. Right? We can have a little roof over here as well, potentially. And we actually should probably be making this go up 1 more step. So let's just get a door. We go, and if you want to, we can make this thicker and put some protection so you don't fall down, right? So we can have like fence parts, like we can have this one. It really depends on how you want to do it. You can also do it, you know, with normal blocks as well. It depends. And in this case, maybe you would be using like this one. Then maybe that one. We can even do this, I think. I don't think that causes any issues. And then maybe one at the bottom as well. Let's give that a try for this one. Sail up to 8. Oh, we beat it. Awesome. Cool. The dwarves. Joining because we beat it? Probably not. Okay, let's check it out. Many greetings, town. I'm Dwarlik Cinderheart. The other dwarf immediately follow her companion, Karuna Steelfist, and they continue in unison. At your service. Everyone close by stops for a rare sight. On an occasional trading journey, very few things will draw the dwarves away from the lands and underground cities. Please forgive us if this is untimely arrival. We have he hesitates while trying to keep his composure. Let's call it an urgent trade offer, okay? Oh, hey, I knew we could count on the support of the not-so-distant surface cousins, eh? Runa rolls her eyes. Well, you see, we're from the nearby settlement. It's mostly a family business, not really a city. Lots of good ore and precious gems to be found in the region. He gestures to the ground all around him, and then in the distant mountain. But we're quite far out from any of the underhomes, and well, we unfortunately have a wee bit of a mining accident. He looks down, shaking his head. Oh no. Didn't worry about the details or anything though. He laughs, trying to cheer up the conversation again. It's nothing serious, we just need a little bit of helping. You can trust us in the heart, eh? We've always been a great investors. He smiles, gesturing Karuna to come forward. He, my loyal god, Filja further. We're in need of certain medications and healing items contained in the list. She grabs a piece of paper, offering it forward. And we're willing to give a valuable assortment of ore, coal from our mines and quality stuff, I guarantee. She takes a small rock from her backpack and holds it up. It glints like gold. Indeed, shiny indeed. Ha! He laughs out loud, holding his belly. You'll never find better ore yourself. I can assure you of that. He smiles and begins to pace energetically. Folks always tell me, Dwalik, didn't you waste your time on a surface dweller? It ain't worth it. Bucket of toadstools, I say. I always knew we could count on this fine town. He turns to you and offers a handshake. Do we have a deal? Yes, we will help. Old Bell Tower joins, so this is the one that actually joined us. I'm gonna check them first. 2, 3, 5, that's good. And courageous and loves the sun, awesome. So they need healing items, they need healing tonic, bandage, salve, and cordial, okay. We'll queue that up soon. That's cool, we have a few of them already. And yeah, there's a lot of things going on, but I like it, but there's a lot of things. So, what we're gonna do, so we don't forget about it. First, let's start with the shepherd, so we can make some crafting stations. We needed animal fodder, both for like feeding our animals, but also for one of the missions. And I'm gonna double click that to move that over to that one, so I'm gonna try to maintain that when possible. Maybe should move it back to the left side later on, or the priority that is. So this is cheap and efficient for feeding animals, even if it's not exactly their favorite food, so it will increase the animal quality a little bit. We also do need to make some pasture sleeping beds, I forgot about that. We need 12 for that, probably make a chicken coop later as well. I think the composting mod has been updated as well, if I don't misremember. That's cool. But that should be good. We have chickens at the moment, but the feed is over here. Pollo feed. We need corn for that. So, oh, we have cricket golden available. Great. So let's get this one down as well. So this is where we are cooking for now at least. Later on we have a fancy cooking place. We have the churn. Okay, this one I think we put here. That grinder is gonna get done hopefully pretty soon as well, this one. Move to the top. Okay, nice. So let's see also for the quest. So that should be the herbalist. They need some healing tonics and they need a soul as well. I think it was this one. And they needed some cordial as well. I think it was this one. We need fungi for that. Bandages. Okay, rough soul. A bandage. Oh, okay, this one. How many did we need? 3, okay. And we may as well make some extra. I think our herbalist is quite busy quite often. And I do think we may actually need to have like 2 weavers, because the weavers are super busy doing stuff. So let's see our people here. So the things like an old bell tower, really courageous, but it's not really solar stats I suppose, and some of us always may not have it either. But I'm considering maybe make this a weaver, so we need another spindle. Do that and create that at the very top. Priority for that. So that should hopefully be done pretty quickly. Oh, and I got another traveler. Okay, cool. This sounds crazy, but I swear an oversized pair of rabbit ears poked out from behind a bush for a second on my way here. Reminds me of the old tales about the rabbit people, you don't think? So we got dwarves, we got bunnies, we had Santa Claus goblin, but we skipped that because it doesn't feel like it's fit at the moment, right? Maybe we should put some carrots out. Yeah, let's do that. Now we wait, leave the carrots out, past the edge of town overnight and wonder if they still be there in the morning. Nice, we'll see. Hopefully they are gone. My carrots. Oh no. Okay, so yeah, back to this. Getting a little bit sidetracked, but that should be fine, I think, right? And let's see if we can... Wish this would go to the color so I can see. So I'm just gonna add in some random color here again. And let's take... This is a really bright one, just like that. I feel like often for me, like a blacksmith feels like a house that should have more of a dark brownish reddish roof, but we will see. It fits the town more with that, but at the same time we do have this one, which is for the Fisher, so in a way it could make sense to have a profession house have a darker roof, but we will see what shape we end up with. And this is also going to be a 2-story building. And I'm considering... I'm considering making something strange. And I'm not sure if it's even a good idea because it might not potentially look good. So what I was thinking, like, at the beginning I was thinking having this over here, have some overhangs and stuff like I usually do. But I was almost considering, what if this stretches all the way over somehow? But I'm not sure. What we can also do is to have one side, let's say we have 9 by 18 maybe? So I like to try things, see how they work, see what happens, what shape we end up with, right? So I'm just gonna do some roofing here as well. So let's use this wall tool. And what we're gonna do here is that I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have a roof here. And this one's gonna have, I think when we get here, it will be a little more aggressive. Let's give this a try. And then up around here for now. And let's just do the same thing at the other side. This one will have some more roof, as you can see. But yeah, sometimes I like to do this. I could do that at this one. What will happen if we do that? Okay, it seems pretty fine if we do it. Pull it out like that. We had to redesign a few things. You can pull this up too, maybe. There we go. Alright, so that's kind of the idea. So the idea is that there will be some interesting stuff going on this side. So we can make pole go down all the way. But what I want to do this little thing here. I'm going to be supporting it. And I might be doing this from even further down, maybe from all the way down here. Do the same on this one. Okay, let's give that a try. We can also go like this. That's kind of cool, I think. And what we can also do is that we can also remove a few. if you want it to be not like solid at the side, because it potentially will look better if it's not. What we can do is like remove like this. I think it... I wonder if it looks too weak then. We'll see. And maybe we can have this, can keep this. I think that's okay. What do you guys think? What we can also do would be to make this go all the way down here to make it, I guess, potentially more believable, I guess. Give that a try. Let's see how that's gonna be. And what I'm thinking here, an even taller roof. So I know this is becoming a super big, amazing blacksmith potentially. At least super big. The rest we will see. But we'll see. It could be potentially kind of cool. I want to try to remove a little bit here. Sometimes I do that. This side, I think I keep it. Do I keep it here as well? I don't think I do. But if I don't do it at that side, I probably shouldn't do it at this side, right? What we do instead is we get that. And here we could actually, if we want to, we can make the roof just kind of continue like that. If that's what we desire. I think I will do some more stuff over here though. We'll see exactly what that's gonna be. This, just throw in some colors. I just love this thunder. What do you guys think? Do you like the thunder sounds? I think it's amazing, like in real life you sit and listen to that. So I'm actually gonna go backtrack a little bit. Make sure we're getting the same look. Here we go. I think here it doesn't matter as much, but I guess we may as well set it up the same way, right? There we go. This might actually, potentially this might be a multi-episode with this building because it's a really big one. We'll see. Maybe, because we're gonna need like, you know, decorate. It takes time to decorate, right? So I think we have some support from under here. That, and this will be like the roof. And I think for the sides here, maybe that's a good height for it actually. I will see. I'm thinking of removing this actually. We potentially will lower that one. We'll see. It's mostly because how I want to create a slope for this. Like this. Great, okay, let's go and add some more. So I do think we need to do some work on this because this is very big, so we have to like do some interesting stuff around here to make sure it comes together in a nice way. Otherwise it's gonna potentially look a bit odd. But let's go and add some more to the roof, so make sure we got the same color. I'm thinking of doing this, right? that and do the same this side. Let's make sure I also got it the same way. I think that should be correct, hopefully. There we go with that. Then we have this little thing. Nice. It always looks so much better, I think, once you add these little wind boards, I can see. That is in. Alright. So, the thing I'm not entirely sure, like I said before, I feel like I have to do something on these sides because it looks so tall. We'll see how we decide to like cover this up a little bit. Could be all kinds of ways. Might even help us to potentially like texturize it in a different way. One thing we could do would be also to add this under here, might help a little bit. I think that helps a little bit at least. What we can also do, I'm not sure if it helps, but I wanna see how it looks if we do that. Nice as well. If I do it on this side, how? I think it might make it look too busy, we'll see. I don't know, I think it's fine there as well. Looks potentially a little bit busy, but not too bad. They do look a little bit different at different sides, so it will be a little slightly different. I think we go down about here, or maybe all the way here. Yeah, maybe we can track all the way down. It might be kind of nice actually. However, because of how this is positioned, if we do that, then we have to make sure that this kind of go like that, but I think that is fine. Okay, so I think it already looks a little bit better. Let's throw in some random colors. Okay, there we go, got some interesting colors. And another thing, you know, we might also change this to be, it's more like whitish up here. And that means we also have to like, to do that, we have to like, make sure we get the same color going on here as well. And then throw in a few weeks here and there. Like something like that. We'll see, but yeah, this is gonna take a while. Definitely it's gonna take a while. Let's add a little door. I'm thinking kind of the same door as before. And potentially we can use the fences here as well. Use these posts. We can add the bottom piece potentially later on. There we go. Yeah, let's give that a go. I was thinking that maybe it should go out one more block. I think that might make it look better. And if we do that, we probably just can cover this one up. Go. And we will definitely be, you know, adding some colors. We can either just go fully random or try to focus a little bit more on dark colors at the bottom. Really depends on how we want it to be. Sometimes you can do like fake shadows with these things as well. And then we can have some lighter shades as well. And we'll have that here as well. Whether you've been working blacksmithing and stuff, right? So just for fun, let's see if we go to anvil. And we can plan. Let's plan for the starter anvil. So let's say you would be standing here maybe. Here. And then we search for furnace. We have the big one, and you can see this one will fit down here. I wonder if they made so we can actually extend a pipe that protrude through here. If that doesn't exist yet, I would love to see Ace add that. Like, imagine click that and extrude it up just like these chimneys, right? That would be awesome. But that might already be a thing. Let's check it out. Doesn't seem so. So what do you guys think? Wouldn't you love that if we can extrude that out? That would be awesome. Imagine if it's potentially as thick as this as well. That would be awesome. Yeah, okay. But yeah, a furnace is gonna work on the day. And we will continue working on this in the next episode, so I'm sorry that this is like a really long build, and if you think I should maybe make it more like a speed build, then you can just quickly see what's happening and then we move on to more gameplay. Do let me know what you prefer, because I wanna know. So let me know in the comments what you think. Should we do it as a speed build kind of way, or should I talk over and you can watch the entire process as I'm thinking about what I'm doing? Let me know what you think. So yeah, this will be it for today with Stonehearth, with our blacksmith house on the way. A lot of work will be done. The thing I'm mostly dissatisfied with at the moment is this side. But I think we'll figure out a nice way to make it look nicer, hopefully, right? Everyone, thanks for watching today's episode with me, BANTO. Hope you enjoyed. Thank my members, and feel free to subscribe if you want to watch more with BANTO. And if you want a name in the game, drop a comment with your name suggestions for one of our beautiful little Hearthlings. So thanks for watching, and take care. Have a good one. See you soon.